Werewolf the Apocalypse, A World of Rage. Just some housekeeping before we get started. If you look below the video here, we do have links to the Inferno Gaming Patreon, the Inferno Gaming Discord server. If you want to come hang out, we are forming up a Final Fantasy XII free company. And there is a link to our Streamlabs slash PayPal if you want to tip your DM. It's not required, but highly appreciated. Now, getting back to our game that we finally returned to after a long hiatus last week.
Hey, Dante, I know you're excited, but you actually have to start the stream.
It's running right now. I can see it.
Okay. All I'm seeing is starting soon.
That's because I haven't moved over to the
Okay.
the browser view yet. Can you see the chat?
I can see the chat, yeah.
Smartass. I'll come for you.
It's video! Our viewers need video. They need to see something.
Yes, they do, and they are. Anyway.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last week we had 2 new members petition to join the pack for their own reasons I'll let them get into. And the pack's previous actions over the course of the last year and a half of game time have involved multiple acts of terrorism across the city of New York. And those actions are finally coming back to bite them, in that a human eco-terrorist group is taking credit for a lot of their mayhem. Suddenly, DHS, NSA, FBI, and the NYPD are all looking at New York in general and Manhattan in particular really fucking hard. The pack went out to NYU to go feel around, see if they could figure out which apparent group of psychotic hippies was taking credit for this. They got some leads. One to someplace up in Harlem, and a connection from a bonar that was being spoken to in the park, and the other to the woods out in Westchester, where some of these eco-terrorists slash survivalist militias are gathering and apparently preparing for mayhem. Y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick as we get started?
Hi, I'm Doc Wolverine, and I am here to go and make the storyteller's life a living hell.
Aww, and I'm the big bad wolf who's playing Damien, the Arun of the pack, and I'm trying not to make Dante spit coffee out his nose today.
I'm Dingo. I am on Twitter at Dingo Tyranno.
I'm Nines. I'm playing Aspen Turner, and I'm here to tell a werewolf story.
And I'm Blithwolf, playing Watchers in Dusk, and kind of hoping I can make our storyteller's life a little easier, even though that might be in the minority, but still.
Honest to God, I recruited Blith and Nines to try and balance out the widescreen destruction of the rest of the pack, just to make my life a little easier.
I've been trying not to destroy New York. Trying really hard.
You do it by glancing at stuff.
I know.
Well, it's a little closer to glancing at stuff and then thinking, should I? And then your shoulder angel pops up, and your shoulder demon pops up. Your shoulder demon says, yes, you should destroy New York City. And your shoulder angel responds with, I'm going to go get a drink. Let me know when you're done.
Oh,
You know, that
so our new
explains a
pack
lot.
members don't actually know Damien all that well, do they?
No, they don't.
In character, no. Out of character, I've been watching the streams for quite a while.
So, for the audience and for the new pack members, Damien, aka Dances with Torsos, aka Lurks in Darkness, is a small tactical nuclear weapon. He has a lot of rage. He also has a lot of willpower to keep it in check, but he has a lot of rage. So he looks at something and it explodes in showers of red, goopy, fun mist.
Well, I mean, growing up in a basement, and
Yeah, we haven't discussed that in character yet. I'm
horrifically
waiting for
abused
that.
by religious fundamentalists probably didn't help.
Yeah.
All right. So when we left our pack, they had just arrived. They honestly just pulled off somewhere in the near where their apparent prey was, and we're getting ready to head into the woods.
Okay, Dante. I'm gonna check. Did I already roll? I thought I did for Muladhara and Manapura.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. It looks like you did a bunch of rolling, so I need to go back and
Yeah, I was
find.
testing some stuff out earlier today.
Okay, so
And as for the camera video component, that is being worked on, folks. It will be back at some point. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the lovely photo references I found.
yeah, I'm just gonna do it again so that we have it on record. Okay, let's character sheet. And what phase of the moon is it?
Right now, it is a half moon.
Okay. Well, that doesn't matter for this particular thing, but in case I need to win, I need to make the rage roll. Okay, so Muladhara, Manapura, and then I am in lupine form because I'm gonna go sniffing around, literally, in the dark.
Your spiritual gifts let you have a little bit easier time keeping the rage not suppressed, but controlled.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, all right. So you've arrived in the woods. There's a little river going through. Fairly quiet. It's a nice afternoon out. Sure, there may be gun-toting lunatics in the woods, but they're pretty.
So, okay. Well, Doc knows this because our first outing in the woods was our first mission, basically, one of our first missions. So let's be slow and steady and careful as we investigate.
Which you still found reasons to burn shit down.
Well, I mean, it was tainted to heck and back, so
Just saying.
to be fair, that was how we cleansed it.
Point.
It's kind of how we cleanse everything, but
Right. Anywho.
yeah. So, who's coming with me? Hello.
Oh,
Well, well, what's the alternative?
Wandering around as a human looking for the other humans.
I don't like that alternative. I'm gonna go with you.
Okay.
I'm going to follow as a human.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Dante, would you like a primal urge roll for sniffing things out? Do you
Yes.
want a stealth roll? What would you like?
Let's go with the primal urge roll.
Okay.
Say perception plus primal urge.
Yes. What difficulty, sir?
Let's say difficulty. Say difficulty of 7.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm in the right form right now. I know I had clicked on beast. Okay, great. Well, I hit the button. There we go. Okay.
2 successes. As you open up your gifted lupine senses to the natural world around you, there's the average sense of the woods. You can smell a couple of squirrels. There's some deer running through.
Squirrel.
And there is the faint scent of boot polish and cordite leading north.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of point north with my head. Actually, we can speak to each other. What am I thinking? So, generally in the northerly direction. Doc,
Yes.
anybody else want to do something?
I am honestly, I'm considering my options right now while looking through my character sheet. And I mean, okay, so we have a very limited number of use, but we could go and use one of the spirits to scout ahead for us if we really wanted to.
It's not a bad idea.
It's just, would burn, one of our limited resource things that would have to get made later.
Should I take that to mean that you're using one of your talents?
Not necessarily yet. I think I'm talking this over with the party to go and see what they're thinking. I guess the other option is we just need to find something reflective and shiny, and I could go and pull some people over through the gauntlet.
Right. Well, it doesn't take much. I mean, generally you wear like a mirror around your neck or something,
Yeah.
or a reflective pool of water or whatever.
You do have a river right here.
I am waiting for input from the rest of the party if there is a preference.
I can ask the squirrels if it helps.
I mean, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, jump on in here, guys.
Yeah, please.
Well, if it comes down to scouting and you want to conserve resources, then the best way would be to scout from the other side. So, otherwise, should we attempt to scout along the perimeter and find out how big this camp is?
I got two options for you. I can talk to animals, and sometimes they're intelligent, and sometimes they talk a lot about acorns. Alternatively, I have something called a beast mask. That's a wonderful hawk shape. Basically lets me take a form of a hawk for a little while. I can scout that way, but if they're kind of crazy people that decide to shoot at hawks, that doesn't bode well for me.
Well,
We
they're
have
much
them
more
once.
likely to shoot at wolves, I think, than shoot at a hawk, which might be native to the area. That's just my opinion on that. But
Or divide and conquer, the wonderful split the party option.
well, that's what I was thinking. Is somebody takes me for walkies, and just a very large dog. Yeah, that's it.
Who
Okay, so
who would you actually let take you for walkies? Let's go start with that.
Well, I didn't say put a leash on me. I said I'll wander around with somebody next to me.
I could tie a bandana around your neck at least to go and make it seem.
If we happen to get spotted. But yeah, I should. Why don't I take Dingo with me, and the Nines, you wanted to be in Lupus form as well. So Nines, if you want to scout as a hawk, that's not a bad idea. And we just need to get an idea of what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
that works.
Okay. So Dante, Dingo, and I are going to go for walkies. Just a pair of general tourists. Well, he's the tourist, whatever, hiker, and I'm just an overly large, very feral-looking dog. Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of you?
I guess I am going to sit back a little ways, like go and keep track of Damien primarily, and just stay like 100 or so yards back, so that if Damien runs into trouble, I am close enough to help, but far enough that Damien can go and be a early warning, so that I can have sufficient time to attempt to hide.
Oh, well, it's me and Dingo. So, right? Oh,
So
so
I
you're
guess,
gonna trail us? You're not gonna go to the other side, Doc?
I guess I could. Well, I guess like okay. I figure I will trail one of the groups. I'm not sure which of the
Oh.
groups, but you know,
Well, you can kind of track us using Raccoon.
I guess that's true actually. So why don't I stick with the other two since I'm not sure that have they officially joined the pack, and do they have the benefits of Raccoon yet?
They have not officially joined yet.
Okay, then I should stick with the
Yeah,
Raccoon
stick with those two.
so that I can keep track of everything. Okay.
So Dingo, how do you want to approach this? I'm going to be a stealthy wolf. I mean, I'm not exactly hiding, but you're the one with the decent vision. I have good senses. I don't have good vision when I'm in.
Canine vision kind of sucks.
What's the stealth roll in this forest, Dante?
Give me one moment to look at my notes here. Right. Let's see for the what's here. Let's say wits plus stealth.
I was just gonna roll a stealth roll, but okay, wits stealth.
Okay, no, if you're just gonna do a stealth roll, go for it.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering what the difficulty was.
Yeah, no, it's
Sorry.
gonna be let's say difficulty 5, and these are fairly thick woods.
Oh, well then it would be. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Hello. Nobody sees Damien.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, no, you are completely unnoticeable in the fucking woods.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get that. That's an ash roll right there.
Yeah, no,
So
no one notices the large black feral canine just trotting along in the woods.
So
If there were anyone
Dingo,
here to
you're
see.
all on your own as far as the militiamen are concerned. If they happen to spot you, they're going to be shooting their pants if if I happen to spring out on them. So take your walk, Dingo. Look for whatever you're going to look for.
Okay. Right. You're the two of you head along in the woods. There's not really a trail carved out, which is actually kind of unusual in this part of the state. This is a real well-loved hiking area, and there's a decent tourist population, at least when there isn't a plague on. Yes, COVID is happening in our setting, but just not to. It's not going to be a focus, just up front. But yeah, it's a little strange that there's not some kind of a trail carved out here, especially with the scent trail that you're following. I'd like both of you to roll, let's say alertness plus perception at a difficulty of 8.
Dante?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Is this a tracking roll?
Did you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, that was my primal urge roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you want a separate
yes,
separate roll.
Yes, I would.
Okay. What stats did you say, sir?
Perception and alertness at a difficulty of 8.
Okay, give me one moment. Oh, I've got a per plus alert someplace around here. Here we go. Difficulty of 8. The system is taking a sec to actually roll these.
Yeah, no, I know Roll20 was having issues a few days ago too, so.
Okay, looks like 2 successes for me.
Alright.
Dingo, remember how to do this, Dingo?
And Dingo pulls out 1 success. You both notice, just kind of walking around, that there are certain trees seem to be marked. It's, most people wouldn't notice, but if you look closely, you can see where trees have been marked almost in a line with what looks to be a knife. It just like a rough carving that if your Theors were with you, they could probably pick out what some of these glyphs were, but 2 of them do stand out.
Wait, they're glyphs?
Yeah.
Dante, I get to pull out my lores.
Aww.
Do my lores apply?
Which ones have you got?
Oh, I don't. I deliberately didn't take worm lore. Never mind. So if it's, I only have vampire, bet, and mage.
Okay, yeah, none of those are gonna apply here.
Okay. I was like, yes, a chance for my lores, and then I realized, oh, I didn't buy worm lore because I didn't want to accidentally follow the worm about them. I should probably take the first level.
Yeah, but no, two of these, 2 of the glyphs do jump out at you, and any Garu would know these. One for human, Hamid, and one for worm.
That's not good. Okay, let's relay that to the party, I think. Guys.
Yep.
So, we're seeing wormy glyphs.
That's not good.
Okay.
How, like carved in a tree?
Carved in several
Mhm.
trees.
Does it smell?
Oh, Dante?
You actually don't get much of a scent off of it. It's oddly enough, you don't smell any. There's nothing tainted here. It doesn't seem.
So what would the difficulty be for sense worm?
Sense worm. I don't think that's actually got a difficulty, but let me look.
It's just a difficulty to activate the gift, right?
Should be, yeah.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
double check.
Then it's just 6. Never mind.
Yeah.
I am going to use my sense worm.
All right. Come up with 3 successes.
I don't.
Oh, whose keyboard was that?
That was mine.
With
And-
3 successes with sense worm, you can get a very, very, very faint trace. It's really less than you would feel in just walking along a day to day in the city.
So if they, I mean, I know what I'm thinking, but how intelligent is my character? How witty is my character? I mean, yeah, okay, he could come up with this idea. Could these be, former worm acolytes?
I think that's something to discuss with your pack.
No, that's what I'm asking the pack. Sorry, I should say that. To the pack. Do you think these are, because we cleared out that pack of BSDs a while back.
It's either
We wrecked
Spiral,
them.
it's either Spirals or Garu, one or the other. Only werewolf claws can really draw glyphs.
So, no. So Dante just said these look like they were carved with a knife.
Yeah, they're very rough.
Yeah.
Not with the roughs. Not with the
Yeah. So
savage,
these are wannabes.
savage smoothness of a Garu's claws.
So
Interesting.
the thought, at least that Damien is having, is that these are wannabes or somebody who was, has stumbled across the Book of Nod type thing. He actually knows what that is. But they stumbled across some wormy texts, or they were actually taught by spirals or something, is what it kind of seems like, because we're not finding any taint.
That would make sense. Could be a kinfolk.
I guess, yeah. Well, let's continue our walk.
There's one other thing that I'd like to check just to make sure.
All right.
I'd like to sense balance.
Okay.
Ooh.
What does that one do? I don't remember.
Sense balance doesn't just sense for worm, but it also sense for any excessive wild or weaver energy in an area. It might at least give us an idea if there are other Geru that are involved with this, just to be sure.
All right. Well, roll them bones. All right. At 4 successes, you sense the wild around you, just like you would in any healthy forest. It's a very faint whiff of the weaver, but it's probably just where straight lines have been carved into a few trees, and there's probably a trail, not actually cut trail, not too far from here.
There's one more possibility. If you want to go across the Umber, you can see if tree spirit is still awake.
Yeah, well, that's what Doc was going to do, I thought.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, I thought Blith and Doc were going to cross over. Doc, we lose you.
Yep.
There we are.
Nope. I am going to go and guide us into I figure we probably ought to go and be guided in to meet up with everyone else.
Where?
Around the glyphs for now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can direct you through Raccoon.
So what would it be to attempt to decipher the glyphs?
Okay, for you, it's going to be intelligence plus occult. For you, it's going to be a difficulty of 5.
How are you getting the proper thing to pop up? Because I've been doing it just via manually rolling, and I don't get the nice, clean roll up. Are you just doing standard roll and going from there?
No, I've been doing it through the dice pool on the sheet.
Yeah, me too. I just went down to dice pools and started putting in the stats and the difficulty.
I mean, a lot of these are things that I roll all the time, so that's why I've got it on my sheet already.
Ah, well then. I'm just gonna go and do this manually then. So you said intelligence
Plus occult, difficulty 5.
Four successes.
Alright. Now, taking a closer look at them, you pick out what your packmates did. The glyphs for human and worm. But as you take a closer look at it, you notice there's something else carved beneath those, very small within them. And that's the glyph for Gaia.
I will relay this to the pack, and
Okay. I don't actually have werewolf lore, but we don't generally ask for it. Dante,
Yes.
what do you want for own werewolf lore roll? Rank plus wits plus something?
Yeah, let's say rank.
Enigmas? Rank wits enigmas?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Let's see. That is 3 dice plus 2 dice plus 3 dice. 6, 8. At a difficulty of what, Dante?
Let's say a difficulty of 6.
Oh, well, you're actually making it easy.
I'll be giving that a shot too.
Yeah, why not?
So rank, which is 3, plus wits and enigma.
Yeah.
Actually, get a bonus to enigma rolls that I didn't put in. What is that bonus?
Is it so? It's 6.
Yeah.
Three successes.
Well, there's nothing in Garu lore that explicitly is this particular combination of glyphs, but you get the feeling, call it a spiritual sense, that whoever carved this doesn't really know the true significance of it. That
Okay.
they mean well.
Okay, well, let's keep searching.
All right. Anything in particular you want to do, or y'all just kind of keep tromping through the woods?
Well, I'm going to keep sneaking through the woods, being my little stealthy self.
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing Damien happily trotting with his tail up in the air.
Uh-huh. Not going to happen.
He's panting lightly. All right, well, as y'all keep along in the woods, get a little deeper, the river kind of doesn't really dry out, but you're really kind of reaching the end. It's more mud than water at this point. Nice big rocks, some deeper trees. As you keep coming along, you see more and more trees marked with that little combination of glyphs, like they're marking out a trail.
Okay. Well, I'll keep taking point and sniffing around and seeing what I can see, Dante.
All right. Want you to roll. When I say perception plus primal urge again, a difficulty of 6.
Oh, you want perception primal urge, not wits primal urge. Okay.
Yeah, we'll call it perception
Not a
primal
problem.
urge this time.
Difficulty what?
6. And there is a
Okay.
method to my madness.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, 5 successes. Oh, the scent you picked up earlier, the boot polish, cordite, it's a little stronger now. You're definitely close. You can pick up a couple of other scents now mingled with them. Some of them are, well, all of them are strange in these woods, but not too far off. You got a little whiff of some granola. Something that smells faintly like patchouli.
Got it.
And
Okay.
what is unmistakably Axe body spray.
Oh, okay. We have the werewolf version of posers.
So we've got Axe body spray, but we didn't pick up worm cane.
uh, So, what do you guys want to do? I mean, we clearly have. Well, we don't clearly have. We've got what smells like a hippie commune with a couple of gun dudes, which arguably that's what we were told. We were running into here. What do you want to do?
Well, it's a question of if it's a breach or not. If they know the glyphs, that might not be. They might know more.
Yeah, but do we want to actually? Okay, so here's my thinking as a player, not as a character. We have a possible veil breach, but not enough of one that they actually know what they're doing, is what it seems like, and we haven't actually run into them yet. So, do we want to just set them up to take the fall for everything we did, and just direct the authorities here? Do we want to actually kind of infiltrate them first and then direct the authorities here to come clean up the stupid? Do we want to kill every MFer in the room? I mean, what are you guys thinking at this point?
Okay, so honestly, I think infiltration is our best bet because we don't know how deep down the rabbit hole this goes. Because just because they're incompetent does not mean that they necessarily don't have the information. It could mean that they have the information and are misreading it.
Yeah.
And if this is a more serious breach, we ought to know about it. Because just killing them, we don't exactly have the tools to then go and figure out where this information came from.
What? Are you saying Damien's instincts to kill first could be wrong? Kill first, ask questions later. Doc, talk me down. Anya, talk Damien down. Damien's getting ready to kill everything.
I have the worst line.
We don't know how many more of them there are. We know that there's one cell. We don't know if there are others.
Yeah. No,
if we go in and kill them all off, there may be others that you'd miss out on the opportunity to kill.
Fine. Damien is mentally crossing his arms across his chest and humping. Fine. Take away all my fun.
If they know this mythology, they might know others, such as one involving silver.
Yeah.
I mean, don't think of it as taking away all your fun right now. Think of it as postponing it for more fun later.
Damien, if you're good, I'll take you to Dairy Queen.
I love that we're all talking to Damien like the moody teenager that he is.
He is! He's a moody teenager. Well, he's not just moody. He's psychotic, really, and barely keeping it in check. But, yes. Okay, so the Hamids should try to infiltrate, but how are we gonna explain why we're out here? Well, Dingo, you're Hamid, right? We'll have Dingo and Nine. Well, we'll have Dingo and Bless. How's that sound? Stumble on them and join their commune and raise chickens. I just have this image in my head from Portlandia.
I don't think Anya's the best choice because
No, you're definitely not because you're lupus. So
also, carrying guns and looking mildly threatening.
So we're supposed to infiltrate Camp Dude Bro?
Camp Hippie Dude Bro, yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile, we'll stay out here. We'll find out where the cameras are, and if there are any sort of booby traps. We'll maybe knock one of the guys out and interrogate them. Who knows? You guys do the infiltration thing, and we'll provide backup.
We could play the part. We can put some Axe body spray all over them, make them really fit the mood.
I'm jumping in here, guys. Come on.
I draw the line at wearing body spray.
That's okay. We'll slather you in patchouli instead.
I was gonna say, like, either that or you could just, let one of the wolves rub up on you. I'm sure like the odor will work just the same as Axe body spray.
Well, it's
At
important
least-
that. Yeah, go ahead.
At least Ode to Wolf won't make me feel like I need to immediately take a Silkwood shower.
We're gonna give you the full Silkwood, man. So yeah. You guys think that's a good plan? Dingo,
It should work.
Anya, you're gonna cover us from the Umbra, and Nines and I will kind of patrol the forest.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I guess I will go cross over and follow them in.
All right. Gauntlet here is fairly thin. It's just gonna be a 4.
Oh wow, that is super low.
Yes, you're deep in the fucking woods.
So that is what is that? Gnosis? Why am
Yeah,
I-
just
Yeah.
straight no assist.
Yep.
Difficulty 4?
Right.
4 successes.
All right, you're good. You slip through the gauntlet fairly easily. It's a marked difference from crossing over in the city. Things are brighter here. Air smells a little fresher. Place just in general looks a little healthier, aside from the places where the carvings in the trees are. Again, they barely have any worm taint. It's less than you see just day to day walking around in Manhattan, but it's there.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Not surprising, but not a good sign.
Well, like the guns that they're carrying, are naturally kind of weavery, wormy. It's we'll see what's what. But that's up to you and Dingo. So
While I'm waiting for them to do stuff, should I write of cleansing the glyphs?
I wouldn't touch them, Doc, and I'll tell you this in character. I wouldn't change anything, just in case.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah, because we don't know what we're dealing with yet. We don't know if this is a giant trap. We don't know anything. So let's.
this could be black spiral dancers. That's actually a good point.
I mean, it could be, and they're just covering their tracks really well. So, let's not do anything to interfere with this. And then, if we've got to call the FBI and drag them in to just capture these dumb kids, we can do it, and we won't have left any sort of mark ourselves.
Fair enough.
So, Dingo, Blith, go find your hippies.
Oh boy.
I take in a deep sigh and start heading in that direction, slowly, cautiously, trying to present the image that I'm more concerned about being followed than who I'm trying to find.
Dingo, anything to add?
No, I mean, if we've got to go find them, then heading in the right direction is probably the easiest thing to do, since we don't have to double back or find the size of the camp, since the other part of the group's going to do that.
All right. You keep walking along the woods, probably about another half hour. It's a fairly pleasant walk. You eventually come to a place where the trees just kind of stop. And, well, the area is bigger than what you could call a clearing. It's an area that has been cleared out for construction. And there is a rather sizable stone wall and an open iron gate. You seem to have found your camp.
Alrighty.
Security box included, Dante?
Pretend you don't see that.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, still, that's a pretty sizable stone wall and iron gate in the middle of the woods.
Hippie's got money, man.
So, what does this look like from my perspective? Since I'm following the camp, since I'm following the infiltrators into the camp.
Well, looking at it from the other side, the wall itself appears fairly insubstantial. It obviously hasn't been there long. Not long enough to really have a noticeable spiritual reflection. There's place feels a little weavery. There's a little hint of worm taint, a little hint of the wild. There's a few fairly common woodland spirits kind of trotting around. Yeah, you can hear some on the other side of where the wall would be in the real world that sound pretty happy, like they're soaking up some good vibes.
All right. I slowly start approaching the gate.
All right. As you come closer, young man steps out. He doesn't look threatening. He looks probably in mid to late 20s, white kid with dreads down to his ass. Cigarette in his mouth, sunglasses. It's like wearing a Lollapalooza shirt they found at a thrift store. Jeans and hiking boots. Hey, who are you?
Yeah, name's Bob. I got sent out here from some folks I talked to down at the university. You know, late age placement, job retraining stuff, and I heard some stuff about wanting to step up and help protect the environment.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we do that here, man.
Cool.
Your buddy here for that too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, hold up. Let me call ahead so, you don't just roll up, because, we like peace, but we're prepared for war too, so I don't want you just walking in sight
Yeah,
unseen.
I gotcha.
Right. Now he pulls a little radio out of a cargo pocket on his jeans. Hey, it's Jimmy. Yeah, I got two guys up here. They said someone at school sent them. Yeah. Sounds like they're here for the cause, man. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, guys. Just go in through the gate, take a right. There's a little trail that'll lead you down to where the camp is, and someone should find you.
Cool, thanks.
Right. Hey,
I
Jimmy.
nod and start heading that way.
Right. Jimmy continues puffing away a cigarette and pulls out his phone. He's dicking around with something, not sure what. He can possibly be getting service out here.
Huh.
All right. Next up, what are the rest of our pack doing while the two who can pass for normal people?
Right. Well, more importantly, they can pass a silver test just in case. In Hamid. Well, I'm sniffing around the forest outside the compound looking for, booby traps and cameras and, whatever else might be out here that I can find.
All right.
Trash pile, whatever else they might have, left out here.
All right.
Nines, what about you?
I have a question. So, Damien, does your pack have the little mind mental link thing?
Yes. Yeah. So as soon as you and Blith drop in the 2 points, we can get you each, I think it is, right? Because Dante, you were saying it's 4 points that we're missing right now. We can attach you to Raccoon, yeah. Okay. So as long as you're relatively close to me, I can relay stuff to you.
I'm gonna go provide air support.
Okay.
I'm gonna, if I see anything, I'm gonna use a mind link on you.
Oh, well, you can't because you don't have. Oh, you're going to use the gift. Gotcha.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna burn a point of notice to put on the beast mask. I know I can roll. I'm just gonna burn it.
All right.
And I'll take air and I'll just do a couple laps.
All right. It's a strange feeling going down and growing wings, especially for someone who's more comfortable on 2 legs or 4, but you're there.
I've got to learn that trick.
All right. You take to the skies. Want to roll perception plus alertness for me? Difficulty of 7.
Perception plus alertness.
Dante, do you want me rolling again?
Yeah, you too, if you would.
Okay. Sheet. Per primal urge, with primal urge.
Yeah, with primal urge.
Okay. Regular old primal urge roll. Difficulty 6?
7.
7. Okay.
I got 1.
All right. Well, not
difficulty 7. There we go. Ooh, hello.
Nice.
Oh, Dante, you just cut out.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, there's some bug with my headset that I've got to work out. Anyway, 9s from the air. You see the camp from above. There's 5 or 6 buildings. Nothing is immediately jumping out at you as horribly suspicious. There's one building with a obviously very heavily secured iron door, and another building that looks like an old gym or a community center. If you listen very closely, you can hear a thump, 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 thump from inside there, and it's like 2 people sunbathing on the roof of it.
Sorry, I'm just. Dante, can you do that again?
Thump, thump,
you hear a
thump,
what from
thump,
inside?
Thump, thump,
Flip slides.
Duke, Duke, Duke.
Just Homestar Runner is playing in my head right now as you do that. Thump, thump.
Duke,
Okay.
Duke. While Damien's sniffing around the perimeter of the area, again, nothing just obviously evil jumps out at you, though you do come across where they've set up some rather impressively sized compost heaps.
Okay. As long as there aren't bodies buried under it, like the last cabin in the woods that we came across.
Nothing's jumping out. These, for the most part, at least so far, seem like well-meaning but stupid college kids.
Okay. Well, we were told there were men with guns. I was promised men with guns. I want my men with guns. Okay, so I mean, I'm just patrolling the outside. We've got air support, we've got ground support, we've got Umbra support. Just
all right. As I'm sorry, Blith. I'm still learning character names.
Watches in Dusk or Stan.
Okay. As Stan and Danny head deeper into the camp, you come to the same buildings that Aspen saw, just from ground level. There's one towards the far end of the compound that there's a very obvious, looks like very heavily secured iron steel door. But for the most part, this looks like a college commune setup. There's a couple of kids smoking weed around a campfire outside one of the buildings as it's late afternoon, going into dusk now. You can smell where someone's cooking. Someone's cooking in one of the buildings. There's a large gym slash community center type building where you can hear a rhythmic beat inside. It's what the kids today call music anyway. And kids milling about. One one gentleman does come up to you. He's probably in his mid-30s, clean shaven, shaved head, wearing fatigue pants, combat boots, and a black tank top. Looks like he's spent a lot of time in the gym. You two, Jimmy, sit down.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Billy. So, how'd you hear about us?
Heard from a couple folks down at the university, and we thought we'd check it out once he started talking about environmental awareness needing to make a difference. I was on board.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, our parents kind of fucked everything up, and we're gonna try and fight it back. Yeah, this is kind of all our fault, just people. Uh, I know Brother Simon isn't here right now. He's supposed to be back sometime tomorrow. But in the meantime, make yourselves at home. There's a decent dance party and whatever else, as long as you don't hurt nobody going in the gym. I know someone's got to be cooking dinner by now. Just do me a favor. The that building down at the end, the one big metal door, just stay out of that. That's Simon's personal place, and he's kind of territorial. He's a good dude, but he just don't. If he says don't go somewhere, don't go somewhere. He does have a temper.
Doc, can you check this guy out when you get the chance? And can you check that building out from the other side?
What does this building look like from the other side?
The one that's secured with the steel door.
Yes.
It for the most part looks the same as the rest of the camp. It does have a little bit stronger worm scent to it. And its walls in the Umbra seem a little more substantial than the walls of the compound itself.
All right. I'm gonna go take a closer look. Do you think I should just hop in there and do some snooping and then just go back into the Umbra to leave?
I think you should. Is this in character, out of character? In character, I'm going to say I think you should be incredibly careful since it's got a strong reflection over there.
I mean, the building has a stronger reflection. I don't know about the person.
Well, he's not here right now, but you know. Anyway, that's my thought.
Okay. So what? You think it might be warded or something?
I think it might be warded. I think it might be booby trapped. Who knows? We don't know what's going on here.
Fair.
You know, the last time you and I popped through the Umbra, actually not the last time, but we had to run over a dude with a truck. So
Yeah, fair.
That wasn't even the last time. That was just like a time.
No, the last time with you two, you burned down a frat house.
Was it the frat house or was it the place in New Jersey
It
with
was
the Nefandi?
It was the frat house
Uh-huh.
with
Darn, I don't even remember burning down a frat house.
with a chunk of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs under it.
Oh, right. It's okay. They were making gargoyles. My other character would have been happy.
Heh. All right, so who's doing what?
I thought Doc was gonna go check that thing out.
Well, I am. I'm checking it out. Since it's a stronger worm smell and it's more solid, clearly there's something interesting about it. So I'm gonna go and check it out, and I guess check for traps, check for glyphs, check for warding.
Okay. I do perception plus occult, difficulty of 8.
Perception occult.
Yeah, difficulty 8. Yeah,
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Now, again, the worm taint on this particular building is, like I said, fairly noticeable. The door itself has runes that don't even you don't recognize laid over it. And the walls, if you look almost as if you were to touch one, it would probably burn you.
I will relay this to the party.
Well, that's not right. Okay. So we very likely have one wormy dude.
Well, we have a wormy leader and possibly some minor worm being brought out of these kids.
Okay. So what does the party think we should do? Should we, I mean, definitely we should wait for him for tomorrow, but do we even interact with him? Do our new guys head out before they might get spotted? I mean, knowing that they're a werewolf while in their breed form is going to be pretty hard, but he might be able to do it. Do we want to just, back out and, come back in a couple of days, or at least as far as the kids are concerned, and like try to track this guy back to where he's coming from? But he can clearly set some sort of trap. We need to find out more about this. Doc maybe talk to Mother Larissa is a Thurge? I don't remember.
She is.
Talk with the right master, talk with whatever, figure out what these glyphs are, what might be going on, while the rest of us track him, or...
Yeah, ain't nobody got cell reception right now, so.
Well, yeah, so what the heck was that kid doing with his phone is a good question.
Hey, he might just been fucking around with a podcast that was stored on it.
All right.
People do store things locally. Not everything is in the cloud. I know I just spoke tech heresy, but
Not everything's in the cloud, but also not everything's on Wi-Fi either.
Yeah.
So
like I said, some things are stored locally.
Oh. So why don't you try to get the kid's phone at some point? One of you. Get him drunk and high. and in an orgy with somebody at the camp while you search his phone.
No. Are you trying to make Anya go and seduce
Not
the kid?
Anya.
Good.
Yeah, where's Buddy when we need him? No, I didn't say with you. I meant like.
I don't think Buddy would have been much better.
Buddy was trying to seduce that the technocracy mage.
That's true.
And he was very upset when somebody snapped the guy's neck from behind while he was trying to seduce him.
That was you. No,
I didn't snap his
no,
neck.
I take that back. No, that was Doc. That was Doc. Never mind.
Yeah. I was downstairs killing everything in the place.
No, I was just trying to knock him out. I just hit him a little too hard.
So much
But yeah, so
death
why don't we gather as much information as we can right now? Head back to town. You know, tell them something like you want to get, some supplies and, sleeping bags, joints and shit.
Should Anya go and bring some awakened weed to couch lock everyone? Is that the plan?
I don't think we want to do anything that might alert this dude of our presence until we can figure out what's going on. I think that's probably our best plan is don't be who we usually are.
Fine.
Since they're taking credit for all this stuff.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. Yeah, so we need Blith and Dingo to tell us what they're doing.
Well, I asked Billy, so do you guys have like a range or anything for honing skills?
I think there's a plan to build one, but right now, guys, there's when Simon's around, he just takes guys out in the woods like 5 or 6 at a time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can find the range while and see if I can find anything there. I haven't really found anything out here, but
There's an easy way to go and down these strange runes.
I mean, you can ask spirits, Doc, but
Fair. No, I figure just go and bring them to the Thierge in Central Park.
okay. Well, I guess we're gonna dry it out. Dingo, Blith, you guys staying overnight? I don't know if it's such a great idea. If you are, I'll stick around while Doc.
No, not planning on overnighting here. What I'd like to do is get past Billy once he's continuing on wherever he was heading, double back, head back to the gate, and see if I can snag that kid's phone.
Okay.
All right. Well, Billy's like, so you guys got any questions?
Not so far.
I mean, I know we got. If you guys want to wait for Simon, we do have space.
Yeah, but I also feel like I didn't bring enough stuff out here to show what I'd be able to contribute. So
Yeah, dude, that's fair, man. That's fair. Nah, we're real welcoming. We're real welcoming folks here. It's if we're gonna make anything better, we gotta help each other out. We gotta accept each other,
Yep. Completely understand that. But I'm going to take a look around here. So
Yeah,
thanks,
for sure.
everybody.
Yeah, for sure,
Everybody
for sure.
here seems really cool, but I'm going to see if I can mingle a bit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Really, just ask anyone anything. If you need me, I'm going to the party. So, good luck finding me in there.
Yeah, gotcha.
And Billy
Well,
wanders off towards the gym.
and once he's more paying attention to the gym than me, I tap Dingo and start heading back to the gate.
All right. Yeah. Jimmy's still bucking around with his phone outside the gate. You can hear some muttering, like, "Come on, damn it! Oh, damn! Oh, come on!"
Playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, how do you even get signal out here, man?
Oh no, I don't have signal. This is like some fucking ROMs on my phone, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, I'm gonna head back, come back here probably tomorrow, because I'd kind of like to be able to meet everybody, but I kind of feel like I need to show better how I can contribute. So I need to get some stuff back at my place.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, I think they let people. I think they let people park out here, but most guys just hike. So I don't know. I've never actually seen a car roll up here unless Simon was doing a supply run or something.
Yeah, what? Where would you even be able to park out here?
Just in the grass, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, is there even an access road?
I think. Like I said, I just hike in, man. I'm not really sure where people drive in from.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, how long have you been here?
Oh, I'm just out here on weekends. I'm studying poli-sci at NYU right now. I come out here on the weekend just to, chill. I learn some good stuff, and we organize protests and some other stuff for people that are super involved.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Out of character, I'm pretty much thinking his cell phone's not going to be of any use, so
Yeah.
I think our part of it's done here.
Okay. I'll slink back to Dingo's van, I guess. Lurk.
All right, so y'all are gonna head back to Manhattan.
Once we're clear, like, body spray. Did I get any on me?
Actually, I will stay out here because I want to watch for Simon's car whenever it arrives. So if Nine wants to stick around while the three of you go back and talk with Larissa about what you found, and
So, who do you want to stay with you? I guess that's
Nine's is probably the best because he's in bird form,
okay.
and I will continue to stealthy run around. Run around the woods.
All right. Okay, so Damien and Aspen are gonna stay out here, while Anya, Stan, and Danny head back to Manhattan.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Is that what I've got?
Yep.
All right. It seems like a good place to leave off for this session. Not quite a cliffhanger, but not a end of a story either. Anyway, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. I will be back here tomorrow night at 8 Eastern for Dragon Age Origins. We have in early stages right now a second streaming game that will hopefully be up and running sometime here in the next couple of weeks. Trinity Continuum Aeon. That'll be on Saturday nights when it gets going, so stay tuned for that. Sunday, we'll be back here at 9 p.m. for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Gentlemen, y'all want to let us know who you are, where we can find you, anything you want to plug?
Well, once again, I am the Big Bad Wolf. I am TBBW1 on Twitter. And if you guys haven't yet checked out Werewolves Versus, I'm published in there, and it's a great publication for $1 or whatever you want to spend on it. Yeah, and the new edition will be coming out later this year. We're doing Werewolves versus Suburbia.
If you'll send me a link to that, I will be more than happy to spread it around.
Yep, awesome. Yeah. Doc?
I am Dingo Torreno. I'm at Dingo Torreno on Twitter, and I've got nothing to plug.
I'm Doc Wolverine. I cause problems here and on Twitter. And I do occasionally actually take care of people in real life. So, it balances out karmatically, right? Right?
In theory.
Yeah.
All right. Nines, Blith, how about y'all?
I'm Blith, at Blithwolf on Twitter, and not much to see there unless you want to see some ranting about current events.
Nines times Fox is the Twitter. I don't do much on Twitter. I'm trying to stay away from Twitter, but I'm there if for some reason you're bored.
Also, Nines, please remind me. I will provide a link to the streaming game that you just wrapped up with a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that got picked up by Onyx Path, and they showed it off.
Yeah, no, that's still awesome. But please remind me. I want to make sure to spread that around too.
Yeah,
it is I've watched it. You're damn good at what you do.
Thank you. How far did you watch it?
I'm like 3 in. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, folks, just housekeeping on the way out. Just a reminder, below the video here, there are links to the Inferno Gaming Patreon. There's exclusive content up now and more going up this week. There's a link to the Inferno Gaming Discord server if you want to come hang out. That's where the Final Fantasy XIV Free Company is forming up. And there's a link to our PayPal if you want to tip your DM. It's not required, but it is highly appreciated. Anyway, folks, I've been Dante. Be safe out there. Wear your mask. If you can get your shots, get your shots. And good night.
Night, everybody.
Hey.
Good night.